Once, in the royal city of Isfahan, there lived a young man, Hussein, and his wife, Shamina.
You know no special craft or trade. What you earn is not enough for us.
Look, dear, whatever I earn with this shovel and pick is always enough to stay alive.
Maybe for you it is enough, but not for me.
One day, as usual, Shamina went to the market to buy things. In a shop,
Excuse me, can't you see I'm waiting here to buy things? Will you wait for some time so that I will finish mine?
without uttering a word, she left the shop.
Who does she think she is? Just because her husband tells fortunes, she can't take it for granted.
That evening, when Hussein handed her his wages for the day, she said,
Enough! Look at these few measly coins. I won't put up with this any longer. I have an idea.
What idea? Shamina, you are insane. What do I know about fortune telling?
You don't need to know a thing. When anyone brings you a question, you just throw the dice and mumble something that sounds wise.
It sounds stupid, Shamina.
You do what I say or I will go to my father's place.
So the next day, Hussein sold his shovel and his pick and bought the dice. Then he sat in an appropriate place in the market. Hardly had he gotten settled when there ran up to him the wife of one of the king's ministers.
Diviner, you must help me. I wore my most precious ring to the bath today and now it's missing. Please tell me where it is.
Hussein gulped and cast the dice.
I should say something wise.
As he desperately searched for something wise to say, he happened to glance up at the lady's cloak. There he spied a small hole, and of course, this was quite improper for a respectable lady. So Hussein leaned forward and whispered urgently,
Madam, I see a hole.
A what?
A hole, a hole.
The lady brightened.
Of course, a hole. Thank you, now I remember.
She rushed back to the bath and found the hole in the wall where she had hidden her ring for safekeeping and forgotten it. Next day, she came back to Hussein.
God be praised, you knew right where it was.
And to Ahmad's amazement, she gave him a gold coin. That evening, Shamina saw the coin and heard the story.
You see, there's nothing to it. As simple as that, isn't it?
God was merciful on this day, but I dare not test him on another.
Do not worry and talk nonsense. If you want to keep your wife, you have to go to the marketplace tomorrow.
Now it happened that on that very night, at the palace of the king, the royal treasury was robbed. 40 pairs of hens carried away 40 chests of gold and jewels. The theft was reported next morning to the king.
Minister, ask our royal fortune teller and all his assistants to find out the thieves.
As you say, my lord.
The next day, minister returned.
Our fortune tellers could not locate the thieves or the treasure.
Useless fellows, throw them all into prison.
My lord, I had heard about the fortune teller who found the ring of my wife. Maybe he can help us.
In that case, call the fortune teller.
We are here to convey that our king wants you in the court.
What? King is calling me? You go. I will follow you. Look, Shamina, I am in trouble. God alone should help me now.
Hussein met the king.
Diviner, 40 chests of my treasury has been robbed. What can you tell me about the thieves?
Hussein quickly thought about 40 chests being carried away.
Your Majesty, I can tell you there were 40 thieves.
Amazing. None of my own diviners knew as much. But now, you must find the thieves and the treasure.
Hussein felt faint.
I'll do my best, Your Majesty, but it'll take some time.
How long?
40 days, Your Majesty. 1 day for each thief.
A long time indeed. Very well, you shall have it. If you succeed, I'll make you rich. If you don't, you'll join the others in prison.
Back home,
You see the trouble you have caused us? In 40 days, the king will lock me away. Now, are you happy? If he comes to know that I have cheated him, that will be the last day in my life.
Nonsense! Just find the chest like you found the ring.
What? Who found the ring? I tell you, Shamina, I found nothing. That was only by the grace of God. But this time, there is no hope. I will leave this to my fate.
Hussein took some dried dates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 39, and 40. I will eat one of these dates each evening. That will tell me when my 40 days are done.
Now it happened that one of the king's own servants was one of the 40 thieves, and he had heard the king speak with Hussein. That same evening, he hurried to the thieves' meeting place and reported to their chief.
What? A diviner says that he will find the treasure and the thieves in 40 days? He's bluffing. But we can't afford to take chances. Go to his house and find out what you can.
The same night, the servant climbed up to the terrace and he listened.
Shamina, first one.
The thief was so shocked. He hurried back to the meeting place and told the chief what he saw.
You say the diviner has amazing powers? Without seeing you, he knew you were there and said first one? You must have imagined it. Tomorrow night, 2 of you will go.
So the next night, as they were listening, Hussein ate a second date and said,
That's 2.
He knew there were 2 of you and heard him say that's 2? It can't be.
The night after that, the chief sent 3 of the thieves, and the next night 4, then 5, and then 6. And so it went till the 40th night, when the chief said,
This time, I'll go with you myself.
So all 40 thieves climbed and listened.
That's 40. The number is complete.
Dear, during these 40 days, I've been thinking, I was wrong to make you be a diviner. You are what you are, and I should not have tried to make you something else. Can you forgive me?
I forgive you, but the fault is mine as well. I should not have done what I knew was not wise. But none of this is going to help us.
Just then came a loud banging at the door.
The king's men are here.
He went to the door and unbolted it, calling,
All right, all right. I know why you are here.
He swung the door open. To his astonishment, he saw 40 men kneeling before him.
Of course you know, O great diviner. Nothing can be hidden from you, but we beg you not to give us away.
Bewildered though he was, Hussein realized that these must be the thieves. He thought fast.
Very well, I won't turn you in, but you must replace every bit of the treasure.
At once! At once!
And before the night was through, 40 pairs of hands carried 40 chests of gold and jewels back into the king's treasury. Early the next morning, Hussein appeared before the king.
Your Majesty, my magic arts can find either the treasure or the thieves, but not both. Which one do you choose, my lord?
The treasure, I suppose, though it's a pity not to get the thieves. The boiling oil is all ready for them. Well, never mind. Tell me where the treasure is, and I'll send my men right away.
No need, Your Majesty.
Hussein waved his arms in the air.
Joom, boom, shoom. By my magic, the chests have returned to their place.
You are truly the greatest fortune teller of the age. From this day forth, you shall be my royal diviner.
Thank you, Your Majesty, but I'm afraid that's impossible. Finding and restoring your treasure was so difficult. It used up all my powers. I shall never be a diviner again.
Can't we do anything to get your powers back?
No, my lord. Gone is gone.
What a loss. Then I must doubly reward you. Here, take 2 of these chests for your own.
Thank you for your generosity.
So Hussein returned home safe, rich, and a good deal wiser. And as any diviner could have foretold, they lived happily ever after.